Hello, hello. Okay, let me just get this shared into House of Health. Say hi as you're hopping on, either here live on the call or if you're on the replay, give me a hello and a replay. Just gonna go to my page. Okay, I think we're all good. Hi. Everyone say hi. All right, so let me just make sure. We had a lot of last minute people trying to okay, well, this is going to be an exciting one. I think I'm super excited. We're going to start with this because I haven't done it yet this morning, and just FYI, I'm very intentionally not wearing any makeup and also didn't do my hair. There's a reason for it, so bear with me. Let me just make sure that this is in the group though. Yep, cool. We are in the group, and let's see. I need to see if I can get somebody to @ everyone. I used up my @ everyone today already. Okay, well, people will just have to watch the replay if they don't jump on the call live. All right, so we're going to actually start with these because I haven't done them yet today. These are little cryo tools. So I keep them in my freezer, and they are Gaucha tools as well, but what I use them most for is activating my vagus nerve. And this is such an amazing thing to do every day. I cannot even tell you. It's not comfortable. It doesn't feel good, but it feels amazing afterwards. And if you are someone who needs nervous system regulation, I mean, it's really just good for everyone. It feels really cold. I do both sides just for lymphatic drainage purposes, right? But the idea is vagus nerve stimulation. You're hitting the glands. So you're getting a little bit of that gasp reflex, which is, what the benefit is of doing ice baths. But these are also amazing for under eye puffiness in the morning, but these are some of my favorite things. And so I'll just play around with them in the morning. I usually do it while I'm making my coffee, but this has been a game changer for my nervous system, just the activation of the vagus nerve. They're freezing. They're really cold. You can see my face is actually starting to turn a little bit red just from the little bit that I've had them on there. But they can be used like a tool as well, right? So you can actually go in and do all of your gaucha with it. You can do the whole deal, but I do my under eyes usually in the morning with them, and then this vagus nerve activation and stimulation. So these are in my Amazon shop. There is a document that I shared in the group. I'll also drop the link here in just a minute in the live call. There's a link to a Google document that has all of the things that we're going to be talking about today on it. So you can hear their ice in there. As soon as they're kind of done, then I don't do it anymore. I like to take these into the sauna with me sometimes too. So sometimes when I get in the sauna, I'll take these in and I'll do it again while I'm sitting in the sauna. Okay, so little cryo babies, and they're awesome. They just come in this little plastic thing, and I just put them in my freezer. Okay, all right. So this is a bit disjointed and all over the place. Welcome to the rundown. This call is officially just going to be me sharing everything that I've done that I can think of. I'm sure I'm going to forget some things. And if I remember them, I will come back into the Longevity Lounge Facebook group later and post about them. But I'm going to be sharing everything, the products, the biohacking tools, the things that I've done over the last year and a half on this journey towards perfect health. So some of you may know and be aware that a year ago on my birthday, and my birthday, by the way, it was just Sunday. So I just turned 48. But as I was getting ready to turn 47, I decided that I wanted to take a journey, and I dubbed it the Road to 50, to get in the best mind, body, spirit shape of my life by the time I turned 50. And so I'm a year into that journey now. I'm incredibly proud of myself because I have stayed dedicated and disciplined to that journey. And I've learned so much along the way. And I'm really excited actually to be here and share some of the things that have worked for me. I'm also going to share some things that haven't worked. But people ask me this stuff all the time. They want to know what I'm doing. They want to know what I'm using. And so I was like, well, what a better place than to host a call called The Rundown. I'm going to put this up on the podcast. So if you're listening on the podcast, hey, House of Health people. And I also obviously am streaming this into my private Facebook group called the Longevity Lounge. If you are listening on the podcast and you want to join the Facebook group, and there's tons and tons of amazing videos and resources in there, there will be a link in the show notes for that. All right, so we're just going to dive into this. Those of you that are watching live, please feel free to ask questions in the comments. I can answer them, and I think it'll be helpful for anybody who's listening or watching. If you've got questions, likely other people have them as well. So this is going to be quite conversational. And again, there is a Google document that has all of these links to everything that we're going to be talking about today. I am going to post it here in the live stream feed, and it will also be in the show notes if you are listening to the podcast. We will also put a link in the show notes to the video of this on YouTube so that you can actually see me demonstrating the products. You may want to actually go watch the video on YouTube so you can get the video as well. Okay, so where to begin? I think the first thing that I want to just share is, and I think that, if you're following me, you're aware of this, but one of the things that I have to share at the beginning of this is that on August 14th of 2023, I stopped drinking alcohol entirely. I wasn't an alcoholic by any stretch of the imagination, but I was somebody that used alcohol to numb social anxieties, emotions. I was a person that absolutely buried myself in work. And yeah, alcohol was a bit of a social crutch for me, but also just something that, while not dependent upon it, I used to think in an unhealthy way. And even if it was just one glass of wine, it took the edge off my life. And I was in a place where I really wasn't feeling all the feels, if you know what I mean. I knew, based upon my health issues that I was facing, and if you haven't listened to my whole health story, you may want to go back and watch that video at some point, or listen to that episode on the podcast where I actually go through the whole, from while I was in the womb until, current present time, all of the health things challenges and obstacles that I have faced and overcome. I knew, due to a lot of the stuff that was going on with me, particularly the stuff with my endocrine system, that I needed to stop drinking alcohol entirely. And I did that. And I can honestly say to you that I know that I would not be in the place that I am right now with my health if I had not done that. So I have to just share that at the beginning of this call, because I think it's incredibly important, especially if you are a woman over 35. I really, truly believe that if women knew the absolute havoc that alcohol had on their systems once they turned 35 years old, they would never drink another drop again, not even on special occasions. It really is that poisonous and that horrible for our brains and our bodies. And I think that, if you're watching this or you're listening to this, you're likely a person who is interested in health and longevity and vitality and having those things as long as possible. And it's just not possible when you're drinking alcohol. You are radically damaging your brain every single time you have a drink, and it's poison. So, and with the complete and total epidemic that we have of Alzheimer's and dementia, it's just something that we need to take a really long, hard look at. So that's the first thing. The other thing is that on August 18th of 2023, I did go carnivore. And I have been following a either carnivore or animal-based diet, and animal-based in about the 90% animal-based since that time. So that also has had dramatic impact in my health and in the reduction of the inflammation and the pain and the healing of my endocrine system, the regulating of my nervous system. So those two things are really the foundation of what I've done. I love to share about this stuff. If you are somebody who is interested in taking a journey of cutting out alcohol and, trying out carnivore way of living or eating, you can definitely reach out to me. I'm happy to share and answer questions. And you can find me at House of Health on Instagram or Leah Steele Official on Facebook, and just send me a message. And, I'm happy to chat with you about that if one or both of those lifestyle choices or changes is something that's calling to you. But again, I just have to give this disclaimer. I'm going to tell you about all this other stuff, but I don't believe any of it would have worked the way that it's working for me had I not made those radical lifestyle changes. And carnivore really was about for me detoxing my methylation pathways. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that next, but detoxing my methylation pathways and completely removing the things that were causing inflammation in my body, which were plant oxalates and deuterium and sugars, right? So that radical and dramatic change of way of eating actually just eliminated a lot of the things that were causing the issues in my body in the first place. Okay, so the next thing I want to say, and if you've listened to my health journey, you know this, but if you haven't listened to that yet, I do have the MTHFR gene mutation. That is a gene mutation that impacts and affects your methylation pathways. And so my body does not detox toxins out of the system at, 100% capacity. And I would say, like most other people do, but unfortunately about 70% of our population actually has one variant of the MTHFR gene mutation, which means 70% of our population right now is not properly absorbing the nutrients from their food. They are not properly able to detox pathogens or poisons or toxins from their body. And so that leads to a whole host of health issues and conditions. I'm drinking my Rise and Source, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So just know that I have been up against that as well. The variant of MTHFR that I have, can you hand that to me? Actually, thank you. Some of my supplements just arrived. Thank you. I was running low on some of them, and so I wanted to order them so that I could show them to you. Yeah, so the MTHFR gene mutation, I have the variant where I don't absorb 30% of the nutrients from my food. There are people that have a variant where they don't absorb 70% of the nutrients from their food. With the depletion that we're already facing in our soil, with how genetically modified our food is, the just completely ridiculous amounts of chemicals that they are injecting, chemicals and hormones that they're injecting into our food, the pesticides that they're using on our food. It's really like we don't stand a chance. And it's something that we have to begin looking at because we are more sick and unhealthy than we've ever been. We are more obese than we've ever been. And so we have to kind of take matters into our own hands. And I really feel like that's what I've done over the last year. And I am always on the lookout for products, companies, products, supplements, superfoods that are going to help me on that journey. I am really, really excited about and committed to, living a life of health and vitality. I want to reverse the damage that I've done. I want to reverse age. I have a goal of my biological age in the next couple of years. By the time I'm 50, I want my biological age to be 36. I'm interested in lengthening my telomeres, reading a really incredible book right now. And I'm trying to see if I have it right here. Yes, I do. Superhuman by Dave Asprey. It's also in my Amazon shop in what I'm currently reading. And again, you've got the document there that has like all the links to all the places. But this book, Superhuman by Dave Asprey, is a really great kind of super aging longevity Bible. If you want to know what's happening in your body in regards to, how your stem cells are going dormant, how your mitochondrial DNA stops functioning properly, like the 7 pillars of aging and what's happening with all of that, like that book is a really amazing and incredible place to start. So I will actually, like I said, it's in my Amazon shop. You have a link in that Google document that will be shared in the show notes or in the video description. But I will also link just specifically to that book because if you're curious about this stuff, it's a really good place to start. And it's a great kind of wealth of information. And Dave Asprey is a fascinating study in and of himself because he was incredibly, incredibly sick. He had like the reverse of Benjamin Button. He was like aging so rapidly. Like by the time he was 12, he was like an 80-year-old man, basically. And he's actually reversed all of that. And it's a really inspiring story, but what I love about it is that he was in worse health than most of you that are listening to this or watching this. So if he can do it, we can all do it. And I just love, I love reading people's inspirational stories, and it is definitely that. All right. So I think we're going to begin with frequency. So I went carnivore and I literally cut every supplement out apart from creatine. So I cut everything out in the beginning. And then, after probably, I think in November, so this was August, right? By November, I actually had started supplementing and putting some creatine in. Now, creatine is a peptide, okay? And I know that people often just think of it like this workout supplement, but it is a peptide. So it is actually a biostimulator. It actually, helps your body to produce and create more creatine. So I started taking creatine and I use that off and on. And the brand that I use, I don't have it here with me. There are several good brands and I actually have them listed in my Amazon shop. Creatine is something, if you do want to start taking it, it's incredible for the brain, especially in women. And I'm going to be talking a lot about women over 35 because that's my demographic. And I think it's the demographic of the majority of people that follow me. But creatine is incredible for the brain. I will also link 2 videos from Dr. Stephanie Rimka where she is talking about creatine in the video description or the show notes. They're great YouTube videos. They're relatively short and they will give you all the information that you need on creatine and why it's such a powerful supplement, especially for women. So I don't take it all the time, but I do cycle on and off of creatine. So that is a supplement. That's the first supplement that I actually put back in after I went carnivore. Okay. And then I was introduced to Frequence, and Frequence products are amazing. So this is frequency charged nutrition. There is nobody else in the world that is doing this. And the thing that I think probably most attracted me to Frequence in the first place was they had this product called Source, which is their trace mineral product. And it is just an absolutely incredible trace mineral product. I'm sorry, hold on one second. Give me one sec. I gotta just go tell my gardener to stop doing his weed whack. They can't do that. They have to message me and let me know. I can't be doing the thing in the background. Bali living. The gardener comes and starts weed whacking right in the middle of my call. Okay, so trace minerals are so incredibly important for us. It's because of the depletion in our soil. It's because we aren't able to actually get the nutrients that we need. And it's because of all of the genetically modified food, the pesticides, the chemicals that we're putting into our body from our beauty products and our health products, all the environmental toxins that we're actually not absorbing nutrients the way that we should be. And so supplementing a good trace mineral product, I think is vital for everyone. And so this was one of the things that really attracted me to Frequence in the first place, is that they have this incredible trace mineral supplement called Source. It is sourced from a peat bog in Salt Lake City, Utah. It is really, really high quality trace mineral. And so trace minerals are electrolytes and they are good for gut health and they are good for bone health. And they help us absorb the nutrients from every other food source and supplement that we take. So honestly, for me with the HFR gene, it's pointless for me to take anything if I'm not taking. So if you were to not take any other thing that I told you about today, and we're like, I can only do one thing, I can only afford to do one thing, it would be this product. It's $50. That gives you a month's supply. I have not found another trace mineral supplement that is as powerful and as good as Frequence's Source. So here's the thing also that I love about all of these Frequence products. They are harmonically charged with 11 harmonic frequencies. And those frequencies, 9 of them support the organs and meridian systems of the body, bringing the organs and meridian systems of the body back into balance. So 9 of them do that. And 1 of them is a grounding frequency and 1 of them is an immune support frequency. So every single one of the Frequence products also, they're all frequency charged. So that if you are somebody who understands or is into frequency medicine or just simply understands bringing your body back into homeostasis, it's incredible. So again, that is my, if I was stranded on a desert island and I only could take one product with me, what would it be? It would be Source. Okay. Frequence also has an absolutely incredible nootropic product. This nootropic product is unique for multiple reasons. One, it is made only with the fruiting bodies of the mushrooms. It's rare, it's unique in nootropic supplements. So that's one thing. It is frequency charged as well. There are 7 different organic mushrooms in here, and there is a full gram of mushrooms per serving. So all of those things are kind of things that are unique in the nootropic space. Love this. This is a limited edition one. This one's not available anymore, but the one that I'm showing. But Rise is the product, and it is a mango lemonade flavor. It is made with extract of mango and lemon. It is not artificial flavors. It is actual extract. Quality in these supplements from Frequence is another thing that really attracted me to the company. They are committed to the highest quality of ingredients. And so, yeah, it's just, there are the mushrooms in here. And then there is also a nootropic blend, which includes L-thyrazine, L-carnitine, green coffee bean extract. There is a caffeine-free version of Rise now, which is exciting for some people because some people are not down with the caffeine. But this is amazing. I was introduced to these supplements in February of last year, and I've been taking them since February of this year. Sorry, February of this year, and I've been taking them since May. I have not missed a day. I take these every single day. I do my coffee in the morning, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute, everything that I put into my coffee, but I do my coffee in the morning. I drink my coffee, and then I immediately go and rise and vibe. We call this rising and vibing, rise and source. Okay. I do that and I don't miss. I literally do not miss. This is something for me. And it really comes down to this trace mineral product. Nothing else is going to absorb the way it's going to absorb if I make sure that I'm taking this product. I actually take this product twice a day, the source, the trace mineral product. I take it in the morning and I take it at night, which means that I'm completely covered because trace mineral products actually only have a 12-hour half-life, which means that 12 hours after you take them, they're only 50% as effective. So if I take this twice a day, that means I have full 24 hours of coverage with this in my body at full potency. It's odorless, it's tasteless, it is jet black, so that kind of freaks people out sometimes, but it doesn't taste like anything. The Rise is absolutely amazing and delicious. If you go to order right now, they do have a limited edition apple cider Rise, but I personally just absolutely love the OG one, which is the mango lemonade. It does not taste like mango lemonade. It kind of just tastes like, I don't know. It's delicious. I've got it here in my big cup, drinking it right now. So those 2 products are everyday products for me with Frequence. And this product is an everyday product for me with Frequence as well. So Sync is the collagen and CBN product. Now, I could get into all of the benefits of CBD, CBG, CBN on this call. I'm not going to. I did an amazing interview with my friend Jamaica Williams in the Longevity Lounge, which is the private Facebook group. And we talked all about CBD and CBG and CBN and why these products are so important for health, vitality, longevity. So if you want to hear more about that, definitely go watch that call in the Facebook group. But this product is high quality bovine collagen. Okay, so this is not a vegan product. It does have bovine collagen in it. And that is because bovine collagen is the most superior form and most bioavailable form of collagen for human beings. So debate me if you want on that, but the reality is that that's the truth. So high quality bovine collagen peptides. It has CBD, it has CBN, it has magnesium, it has GABA. It is dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, and non-GMO. It does have a little bit of stevia. And it is a little packet, a little gel pack. And you just take one of these a night and you do it about an hour before you go to bed. Love this product. I take this product every single night. This product is only available in the United States. So if you're watching from Canada or Australia or Europe, unfortunately, you cannot get this product yet. You can get Source and you can get Rise. You just can't get Sync. Okay. So this is something else that I do every single day and that I've done since May. And for me, this has done a lot of things. One, it's one of my sources of collagen that I take every single day. I take collagen in the morning and I take collagen at night. The collagen that I take in the morning is again, bovine collagen peptides. That is Vital Proteins is the brand that I use. And I put that in my coffee in the morning. I'll show you that in just a moment. But this collagen. It's just a really high collagen product. And I love this because this product sync is actually a restoration product. That's what I would call it. It's a restoration and rejuvenation product. Taking collagen at night while your body is actually in repair mode is huge. GABA is amazing for brain health, brain regeneration, brain recovery, and then magnesium. I am such a huge magnesium advocate. And I'm going to talk to you more about that when we talk about the daily supplements that I take apart from Frequence. So this does have magnesium in it. So I get the magnesium from this every single night. It's 35 milligrams in one of these sachets. I also supplement on top of that and take an additional 350 milligrams of magnesium every single night. We'll talk about why in a minute. But this product is amazing. The CBD and the CBN helps with sleep. The CBD does lots of amazing healing things in your body. But I feel like, about the month after I started taking this, I really just started noticing that my anxiousness was dissipating. And I really, truly believe that that is due to this product compounding in my body, this Sync nighttime collagen and CBN product. We call this the bedtime bestie, but it can actually be taken at any time during the day. It's a great recovery product for working out as well. So I lift heavy in the gym, and it's just vital. It's important. It's something for me that it helps me in so many different areas of my life. But that kind of segues into the final product with Frequence that I'm going to talk about today, which is Balance, which is their CBD and CBG tincture. This has 15 milligrams of CBD and CBG per bottle. I can't really tell you what CBG does without making medical claims because it is such an incredible compound of the cannabis plant. By the way, there is absolutely no THC in either of these products. The company does have certificate of authenticity on both of the products. They are completely THC free, so you don't need to actually worry about that. These products are part of a affiliate and network marketing company. And so obviously we have to be very, very careful about making medical claims. So I will just say that Frequence does not heal, cure, or treat any disease or illness, but it is really designed to bring the body back into homeostasis and help the body actually heal itself through supplementation protocol. Just go look up CBG on the internet, though. Go look up the benefits of CBG on the internet, and you will see why this product is so amazing. It's high dose. There's 1,500 milligrams per bottle. This is odorless and tasteless also. I take this every single day, every single morning. And if during the day I start to feel any little bit of anxiousness, I will take this. So these are my everyday with Frequence. These 4 products I take every single day. I have taken them every single day since May. I don't see not taking them ever. Balance is also available only in the United States, just FYI, because it does have the CBD and CBG in it. So that's the Frequence product line. I'm absolutely obsessed with these products. My whole family takes these products. We all love them. Literally, my 2 oldest sons, Sean, me, we all are such huge advocates of these products, and we're obsessed with them and we love them. So nervous system regulation, some of the benefits I feel like I've received from taking these products long-term: improvement in cognitive health for sure, improvement in gut health. The trace minerals are really incredible for that. Absorption of all the other supplements and food that I'm eating. So the trace minerals obviously have helped with that. Mental clarity, improved mental cognition. I said that. Definite improved sleep. And what else? Just an overall calmness through the day is the thing that, I think I really recognize. I feel that I am performing at a higher level when I make sure that I take these supplements. And again, since May, there's maybe been a day that I haven't taken them. I really don't miss. I'm very, very committed to those supplements. Okay, so that's Frequence, and on the Google document, you'll see a link for Frequence, and you'll see a link directly to Balance. You'll see a link to the Rise and the Source, and you'll see a link to a package that is the full product line of Frequence if you wanted to try that and you live in the United States. You can get Frequence in Canada. You can get the Rise and the Source in Canada, in Australia, and in the UK. So those 2 core products, the trace mineral and the nootropic, they're available in all of those countries. The CBD, CBN products are only available in the United States. So I start my day off every single morning with a coffee, and I love coffee. It's the one thing that I've never given up. Actually, I did give it up for 4 weeks in this journey, and I was miserable because it brings me joy every morning. So I still do my coffee every morning, but I do want to talk about what I do and what I put in that coffee, because that I think is really like one of my tips for success. So the first thing is that I put a raw egg, 1 or 2 raw eggs. It kind of just depends on how I'm feeling. This morning I did 1. Sometimes I do 2. I crack 1 to 2 raw eggs in a blender. I put 3 scoops of Vital Proteins collagen. You can get this on Amazon. It is in my Amazon shop under supplements. So in the Amazon shop, on the document, there's a link that says Amazon shop for supplements. So you can click that. You can also get that at Whole Foods if you live in the United States. So Vital Proteins collagen, 3 scoops. We save our eggshells, and then we actually, once we have accumulated a whole bunch of them, we blend them in our blender until they are a very, very fine powder, like flour almost, okay? Eggshells have so many incredible nutrients in them. The thing that I'm most interested in is that they are the most bioidentical form of calcium that we can get. So I put a teaspoon of eggshells in my coffee. And again, it's a powder, so it just dissolves. So we've got the eggs, we've got the collagen, I put the eggshells, my coffee, I put about 50 grams of butter in my coffee as well. That is just to get my day started with fat. I do a high fat carnivore, and fat is incredibly, incredibly important for our brain. And if you're a woman who is perimenopause or menopause, you need fat. So that I literally start my day with a huge amount of fat. It also helps the coffee to not do some of the not so great oxidative stress things that black coffee can do in the system. So the butter helps to kind of balance that out. Trying to think if there's anything else that I put in that coffee that I should tell you about. Oh, I put electrolytes. So I do use Element electrolytes. I don't have a link for that. I'm actually getting ready to shift into making my own electrolytes rather than buying the Element ones, but I may always buy the chocolate caramel ones because I put chocolate caramel electrolytes in my coffee in the morning and it's delicious. So that's how I start my day. So I get up, I do my little cryo wands that I showed you, activate my vagus nerve, wake myself up, drink my coffee, go answer messages from you guys, typically while I'm drinking my coffee. And then I'll go and make my rise and my source, and I will drink that while I'm doing my morning practice and my morning reading. Okay, where do we want to go next? I think I'll just go to the other supplements that I'm taking, the other things that I do supplement. And these are all in my Amazon shop. Okay. There's a tab called supplements and they're all in there. So as I mentioned, I do supplement additional magnesium glycinate in the evening. So I get the 35 milligrams from the sink. And then I also take an additional 350 milligrams. Is that right? Oh, I'm actually taking a little bit more than that now. I've increased it. I'm taking about 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate in the evenings. I take 5 of these caps. I love Solaray. I think it's a great brand. When you are looking to supplement magnesium, glycinate is the one that you want. Okay. So there's lots of good brands out there. I like this one because it is high absorption. And I have good luck with it. So we take this. I take 5. My husband takes 6 of these capsules every single night. And, magnesium, it is such an unsung hero when it comes to the supplement world, like joint pain, aches and pains, muscle recovery. I can't say enough. If you just go Google the benefits of making sure that you're supplementing magnesium, you will see why it's so important. So this is something that we do. We do this religiously. Again, this is an every night thing and we don't miss it. And I started supplementing magnesium about the time that I started supplementing the creatine. So maybe November of last year, I got serious about it. Then I actually didn't do it for about 6 months. And I really felt the difference in just the movement of my body. So that's magnesium. And I do that at night. That's before I go to bed. I do that. So I have had COVID 3 times, and COVID, I don't know if you're aware of this, but COVID does a real number on your vitamin D in your body. And I am incredibly, incredibly vitamin D deficient. I do labs every 3 months, and it really is like the only marker for me that is still not great. Like all my other stuff is looking amazing on carnivore, and with all the supplements that I'm taking, like my labs just keep improving and keep improving. My vitamin D is the only thing that I still really struggle with, but the virus just depletes vitamin D. So I supplement vitamin D. And look, like I live in Bali and I'm out in equatorial sun every single day. So that tells you how depleted I am, because I am actually getting sun every day and I still have to supplement. So depending upon how much I'm in the sun during the day, I will take 1 or 3 of these soft gels. I love this Sports Research brand. It is plant-based, D3 plus K2. So if you're going to take a vitamin D supplement, you need to make sure that it has K2 in it so that you can absorb it. I just really like this brand. It's the one, I've tried several. This is the one that I actually feel the most different on. Now, I'm going to tell you something on this, because if this is worth getting tested. If you are somebody who struggles with fatigue, brain fog, you just can't seem to like figure out what's going on in relation to that. You've tried lots of other things. You potentially have a vitamin D deficiency. It is something that you can just get tested. It's a lab test. It's a blood test. I would definitely look at it. So you can get it tested, or you can just try this little trick. So I did a therapeutic dose of D3. And again, I'm not making any medical recommendations, and anything that you're hearing me talk about on this podcast, this is for entertainment purposes only. And you should definitely consult your medical professional before you do any of the things that I'm recommending. Okay. What I actually did that made a huge difference for me is I took high dose vitamin D for 14 days. I took 30,000 IUs of vitamin D for 14 days. And so, one of these, you want to get high dose, by the way, also. This is another reason why I like this particular supplement by Sports Research, because you want to be taking at least 5,000 IUs a day, if not 10,000. Like 10,000, if you're depleted, is really the amount that you want to be at. But I took 30,000 IUs a day for 14 days. I cannot even tell you how different I felt after those 2 weeks, from just a brain clarity perspective, sleep improvement. Like it was amazing. Depending upon how I'm feeling, if I'm feeling run down, I'll take 3 of these at night. So that's 15,000 IUs. And then if I haven't been out in the sun, or if I'm feeling run down, I'll take 3. And if I have been out in the sun, I'll take 1 or 2, just kind of depending upon how I'm feeling and how much sun time I had. But I do this at night as well with the magnesium. So I always take 1. I sometimes take 3. Now, this glycine is the next thing I want to talk to you about, and it's glycine powder. Okay. I use this for a lot of stuff. So this is a peptide, glycine, and if you have heard of the peptide GHKCU, which is a really, really popular peptide right now, the G in GHKCU stands for glycine. So glycine is neurotransmitter support. It really helps us get restful sleep. It protects and regulates our nervous system. And so I get this pharmaceutical grade glycine powder. It's an amino acid and a peptide. What I love about this is it's sweet and it tastes like sugar. So anything that you were going to put sugar into, whether it's a coffee or you're baking something, we make lots of carnivore desserts and we use glycine powder because it's so good for us, and it's not sugar, but it's sweet. It can literally replace any sweetener that you're using. So I absolutely love this. You want to be getting between 3 and 5 grams of this a day is optimal. And so we put this in our iced coffee. My husband puts this in his coffee every single morning. I put this in my son's protein pancakes every single day. This peptide is absolutely incredible for brain development in children. So I love this for my kids. I get this into like stuff as much as I possibly can. We go through so much of this. And it's very expensive over here in Bali. You guys can actually get it for about $18 for this big bottle, 454 grams or 1 pound. You get it like $18 on Amazon. Not us. We have to actually pay quite a lot for it here in Bali, but it's worth it. We love it so much. So this is something that we supplement every single day. And it just, again, we build it into the food that we're eating or the drinks that we're drinking. I'm actually getting ready to, and once I'm done with this, I'll probably film a video of it and I'll put it in the Longevity Lounge group. I'm getting ready to make my own electrolytes, because if I told you what we pay for electrolytes here in Bali, you would probably have a heart attack. I'm getting ready to start making my own electrolytes, and I'm going to be making them with glycine powder. So once I get that recipe completely dialed in, I will share it with you, and I will share the video in the Longevity Lounge Facebook group. But glycine is definitely something that I recommend supplementing with. Okay, I think that's all the supplements. Am I taking anything else? I don't think I'm taking any other supplements. I feel like there's always something that I'm missing, right? No, that's pretty much it. That's it for supplements. Okay. I feel like this is a little bit of a natural segue into talking about hair care, because, so I had a pretty rapid weight loss. Rapid meaning like 40 pounds in a really short period of time. I lost 25 pounds in about 8 weeks, I think. Rapid weight loss. And with that rapid weight loss came hair follicle die off, which is actually quite common when you lose weight like that, but I didn't know and I didn't understand. And yeah, it was a little bit wild. It's been very stressful over the last year dealing with that hair loss. And I was somebody who had incredibly thick, really long hair, and I was just losing it in clumps in the shower. It was totally freaking me out. I'm not going to lie. And I tried everything, you guys. So I did actually take this supplement, Upnourish, that I liked actually until I found my new hair care. These are supplements that have like biotin, and they're a multivitamin. I think I chose these because they didn't have folic acid in them. So if you have the MTHFR gene mutation, you can't have folic acid. Yeah, these have folate, not folic acid. It's poisonous to you if you have the MTHFR gene mutations. Those of you that have been taking multivitamins with folic acid, you're poisoning yourself. So you may want to get tested for that gene mutation since so many people have it. But I took these and they did stop the hair fall by about 20%. So it was something. So I was pretty committed to taking these for several months. Knowing what I know now about the Bodolab products, I actually wouldn't take those. I would go straight to Bodolab. But I just wanted to show you guys, because when I say I tried everything, I literally tried everything. Did the viral Batana oil trend. This stuff reeks, you guys. Like at first I was like, oh, it doesn't smell that bad. It is a sickening smell, sweet coffee, and you sleep overnight in it. And it was just a lot. It made my hair like really soft, really lustrous, but I couldn't use it enough because the smell killed me. I used Kuhn Derma Activate Lotion. This one actually I used for several months. I saw a little bit of improvement, but not that much. I did like these Brigio products, the Rosemary Pre-Wash Scalp Revival, and the Caffeine and Biotin Peptide Density Serum by that company. I've been through a couple of bottles of these. Like, again, I saw a little bit of improvement. And I definitely will say that I think rosemary oil is so great for your scalp and for hair regrowth. And I may actually start using this again, just as a pre-wash for the Bodolab stuff, because I am a big believer in rosemary oil for hair growth. So, I mean, I literally even went the toxic route and tried women's Rogaine, especially on the places where it was receding at the hairline, which happens from my thyroid illness as well. But yes, I tried women's Rogaine as well. So I literally did all the things. I tried all the things. The hair thing was a big thing for me because it was actually pretty traumatic. My hair is something that I really just feel like my whole life has kind of been part of my identity. And when I started losing it, it really freaked me out. And so I've been searching since that happened for a product. And in fact, what I will tell you is that I had been getting approached about Rimmon, the Korean skincare line, for months. months and months, people had been trying to talk to me and get me involved in Remon. And I was like, nope, not interested. Don't want to do another MLM. Don't need skincare, because at the time I was using herbal face food, which I was absolutely obsessed with and loved so much. I was like, I don't need skincare. I love the skincare I'm using. However, I then saw a before and after picture of somebody that was using the Bodalab hair system from Remon. And I was like, okay, I need to look into this. So I asked to be added to the Facebook group, and I started searching the before and afters of this hair system. And I was blown away. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. Like, and I'm literally telling you, I would try anything. I was at the point where I'm like, I will try anything. Like, if somebody told me, stand on your head for 2 hours a day and your hair would grow back, I would figure out a way to do that. Like, I was just in this place where I really wanted to solve this issue. So my dear friend, Stephanie Rimka, I was like, okay, I want to try the hair care. And she's like, okay, but I want you to try everything. And I was like, I just want to try the hair care. But she sent me the entire Remon product line. And that was 6 weeks ago. I was like, okay, I was so excited to try this hair care. The first time I used it, I was like, this stuff is amazing. First of all, it smells amazing. The shampoo, it's called Bodalab, and it's made with an ingredient called Deserticola. And I will share in the Facebook group a flyer for this, and you can read about the ingredients that are in there and why it works. But I just thought it was so cool. The conditioner is actually called a water treatment, and it's liquid like water. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, and you put it on. So like, it has a little spout and you unscrew it. And then you just literally, like, I just literally put 4 or 5 like lines of it on my scalp. It's water. So it's like dripping, but it's so crazy because as soon as you rub it, it turns into this like amazing cream. So first of all, I just thought the whole functionality of it was cool. It was unique. It was something different. But when I rinsed it out of my hair felt so amazing. Like, I can't even tell you. I was doing like 3 days, 72 hours a week of masks on my hair. So I would go through this whole process where I would put like Olaplex #3 in, and then I would do this Indonesian mask that I found that was amazing. And then I would do this Davines mask, and I would literally for 72 hours a week have a mask in my hair, trying to repair my hair. One shampoo with this Bodalab stuff, my hair felt so much better and so amazing. And in 2 shampoos, my curls came back. So the water in Bali is incredibly dirty. Like, it's so bad. We have filters on all of our showers, and you can't drink the water here, obviously, but you know, that water is also going into your skin and into your hair. And my hair has not been curly for many years. We've lived here 6 years now, and I would say for 4 years, my curls have just been flat and gone. So by the second shampoo of this, my curls came back, which is wild. Okay. Like, that in of itself was so wild. My hairline was so receding. And if you're listening on the podcast, you're not gonna be able to see this. So you'll need to go watch the video if you really want to see this part. But I had I had those like telltale thyroid ovals happening at my hairline when I started taking this product, or when I started using this product. 6 weeks in, I have none of that. You can see, I purposely didn't do my hair so you guys could actually see the regrowth of this fuzzy little halo of hair I have, which is so funny. It's a little bit annoying, but I actually, like, every time it happens, I get so happy because I'm like, I have so much regrowth happening. It's so exciting. So I also just want to say that Bodalab and Remon, this is not a hair regrowth system, because we can't say that. It does not regrow your hair. We're not claiming that it regrows your hair, I guess is what I should say. But there are a lot of people that are having some very positive hair regrowth results from this product, I will just say. Isn't it funny with these MLMs that we have to like be really serious about this, right? Like, we do not heal, cure, or treat any disease, including or illness, including hair loss. However, I mean, I think that you can just see what's happening here on my head as a result of using these products in 5 weeks. So the crazy thing is when I went to my hairdresser to get my hair colored right before my birthday, was shampoo. I have it on my hand. It smells good. She was shocked. She was like, you were just here. How did your hair grow this fast? like, how did your hair grow this fast and this long? My crown, from all the stress I was under 2 years ago, my whole entire crown has gone gray. Like, I have so much gray hair. And yeah, she just could not believe. She's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you using? She could not believe how fast my hair had grown. So I'm forever sold on this. I love it so much. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not care for the smell of the serum. Okay. I still use it because I think it's amazing and the ingredients are absolutely next level. But I still use my Davines We serum over the top of it because I don't like how the Bodolab serum smells. I love the smell of the water treatment. I love the smell of the shampoo. I just don't like the smell of the serum. It's very woody, like it smells very masculine to me. Not a fan, but I still put it on. And like I said, I just put my Davines serum over the top of it. So that's the hair care. The thing that I absolutely love about this hair care system is it's so affordable. You guys don't even want to know how much money I've spent on different hair serums and things. I also have a red light hairbrush that I've been using. I was going and getting $150 hair treatments about twice a month, scalp stimulation. Like, I was literally trying everything, and I was spending a lot of money every month on trying to fix this hair problem. So I love this because the serum is $35. The conditioner is $27 and the shampoo is $33. And it's a 16.9 fluid ounce, the shampoo. So I can't believe how much I have left of that. I'm definitely going through more of the water treatment, I think, just because I love it. It's a 300 ml. Or 10.14 fluid ounce, 100 ml serum, 3.38 fluid ounce. So they're nice size products and they're so incredibly affordable. So I'm literally like, I don't think you could pay me to stop using these products. I'm so excited by them and about them. And so if you are here because of the hair loss situation, you definitely want to check those out. I know so many of you actually joined the Longevity Lounge group this week because I've posted about it twice. I was really shocked, by the way, how many people are actually struggling and suffering with hair loss. It is definitely a midlife thing for women. It is definitely a perimenopause, menopause thing. When our hormones get out of whack, the hair follicles start not functioning properly, which is really frustrating. And if you were like me, hair was a big deal to me. It has been a big deal to me my whole life. Like, I'm not afraid to say that. I'm definitely vain when it comes to my hair. And I'm so happy that I found something that is helping repair that. I also want to share a little bit about the X49 and carnosine patch with LifeWave in relation to hair growth, but I'm going to do that when we get to the LifeWave section of this call. For now, I'm going to stay with Riemann for a moment because I've also been using the skincare for the last 5 weeks. And I guess the first thing that I'll say is, as I said, I didn't want to try it. I didn't want to like it because I was absolutely obsessed with herbal face food. I started using herbal face food in September of last year. And I just loved it. Like, I had so many incredible results. It was very expensive. Like, it's a very expensive product line. And so that made me a little bit sad because it made it so that not as much of my community could actually access it. I was willing to spend the money because I've always been willing to invest in personal care and skincare. And it was completely plant-based. There was no parabens or chemicals in it. I have really incredibly sensitive skin. In fact, I had a really massive allergic reaction when I was 30 to La Mer, which started me on this kind of holistic, toxin-free skincare journey. And I ultimately ended up creating my own skincare line, which I will probably do a relaunch of at some point. Maybe. I don't know. I'm so in love with Riemann now that I don't know that I would do it, but it's a serum that I used exclusively on my skin for 12 years. And the only reason I started using and trying herbal face food was because the company sent me the entire product line. I fell in love with it. I used it for a year. Same thing happened with Riemann. Was sent the entire product line. Absolutely have fallen in love with it. I do want to see if I can actually just show you my before and after. here on this call. Let me just see if I can get, oh, it's not going to let me. Well, I'll drop my before and after picture in the Longevity Lounge group, and you guys can check it out. It honestly kind of blew me away. I knew that I was actually really enjoying the skincare, but then I decided to do my side-by-side this week to see the difference. I'm going to see if I can actually just, for those of you, I can kind of show you on my phone. So this is 5 weeks of use, and you can just see the difference in the texture and tone of my skin is crazy. Both of these photos were taken at the same time of day outside, different backdrop, but I wanted to get the same kind of overhead lighting so that, you know, you could definitely just tell the difference, like same time of day, sun, basically outside. So I was blown away. Like that Korean skincare, like glassy, bright look is real. And I was actually feeling like my face prior to using this was looking really good because I had had some peptides injected into my skin. So I haven't done any Botox or fillers for 3 years. And that was part of the health journey. Like I had to stop doing that because it was overtaxing my kidneys and just making me incredibly unhealthy because it was poison, the reality. And I did an incredible call with Dr. Stephanie Rimka where we actually talked about Botox, botulism toxin, and you know how we're all injecting ourselves with this neurotoxin. And why we should stop doing that. But I had done just previous to this before photo, I had done some peptide injections, some salmon DNA and some peptide injections into the skin. So natural stuff. And I was feeling like my skin was looking really good and like bright and shiny. And I'm like, whoa, it's crazy the difference in 5 weeks of those two products. So I have been using the EX line. I've been using the Pure Cell Cleansing Oil, which I absolutely love. I'd never used an oil cleanser before. I'm a person that typically like just has always washed my face with Norwex cloths. So I have those in my Amazon shop as well. I absolutely love them. They have silver threads in them. So they're antimicrobial, antibacterial. And typically I would just wash my face with those with water, rub those cloths together to activate the silver in them, and then wash with water. And that was it. Like that's literally what I did. So I have really, really loved this Pure Cell cleansing oil. It's amazing. But I'm also doing one of the big things in Korean skincare is the double wash. So this is what the Koreans swear by, which is actually preparing the skin and opening the pores to get ready for the absorption of the other products. And so I'm also using the Snow Enzyme Cleanser. This product is also so cool. Like, so you put these on dry, you put these on dry hands, dry skin. I don't know how to explain this Snow Enzyme Cleanser. It's so cool. It literally is like, it creates bubbles first, and then it creates a foam. It feels so cool. This, I think, the brightness, definitely, I think the Snow Enzyme Cleanser is a factor in that. Then I'm using the Viton Oil Mist. Okay, I'm not going to lie about this. I do have to say that like I'm a pretty simple person when it comes to skincare. And for many years, I was literally washing my face with water in a Norwex cloth and putting my serum on. And that was it. Like no more than that. That's simple. Okay. So now I'm going through all these steps. And at first I was like, oh, how am I going to be able to do this? This is such a pain in the butt. But let me tell you something, when you start getting the results that you get from these products, you're willing to carve out the time. I do these two in the shower. So I do these two in the shower. I do keep like a towel close by so I can dry off my hands and pat dry my face in between. But I do these two in the shower. So that's a little easy. And then I spray the Viton Oil Mist on. This is amazing for hydration. I really love this product. So I spray that. And then I do kind of the Raymond Signature Boosie Boo. It's called Boosie Boo. Booster Serum Booster. And so you spray the booster on, then you do pretty like heavy dose of the serum. I just kind of wait for it to dry in between. So I spray this first, put the serum on, spray this again. Okay. So those three, then I wait for that to dry. And then I'm putting on the Active Cream EX. This stuff is amazing. I'm running so low. I have to order today and hope it gets here from Hong Kong because I'm going to cry. I have barely any left in there. But this stuff is amazing. There is also a mega dab that you can do with this once a week where you literally just coat your face and you leave it on for like an hour and then you scrape off the outer layer and the hydration is wild from this stuff. So that's that. And then I also am absolutely loving this Vuitton multi-balm stick. And this one I just put on throughout the day. Like anytime. I love putting this on my marionette lines. I also put it on my lips, but I love putting this on my marionette lines, which are my problem area, the area that I really don't like on my skin that has improved so dramatically. It's not even funny from this skincare. And yeah, so this is a really cool product. This is kind of an add-on that you have to buy, but again, Stephanie Rimka sent this to me. I love you, Stephanie. Thank you. I'm obsessed. So that's the EX line. There is another line in Rimmon, but they recommend that everybody start with this ritual, this EX ritual. Again, these products are so affordable. This is coming from somebody who used to wear La Mer and was paying, $400 for my jar of cream. And this is $60. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. This cleanser is $25. Yeah, the Snow Enzyme Cleanser. Like, I'm blown away that these products are as affordable and as good as they are. Now, I'm going to just drop actually the video, the Byung Pool video in the group so that you guys can watch it because I think it's really cool to actually see what this company is doing. This is Korean skincare, K-Beauty, if you've heard of K-Beauty. And I didn't really know too much about it. Obviously, I'd heard about it because I haven't been living under a rock, but I didn't know too much about it. And so learning about K-Beauty has definitely been interesting. But the thing that I find so fascinating is that before this company launched into the United States, which it's just been about a year, they had sold 35 million jars of this cream in Korea. Just to put it into perspective, there are only 51.71 million people in Korea. So there's 51 million people in Korea and they sold 35 million jars of this stuff. So this actually, Rimmon became the #1 K-beauty brand in Korea. And it's been a wholesale company in Korea up until now. And in January of next year, they're actually launching the MLM version in Korea, but they have launched as an MLM in the United States. But the thing that's cool about this company is that they're a multi-billion-dollar company that has been in the skincare game for a while. This skincare is patented. It is science and research based, and it's incredibly unique. The story of it is incredibly unique. They use water in the products that they get from an underground volcanic lake. And they're the only beauty company that's actually on Jeju Island. They're the only beauty company that's actually allowed by the government to use this water in beauty products. Okay. But what this company's done, I think that's so unique is that it's not just skincare. It is beauty-ceuticals. Like they've actually gone into pharmaceutical cosmetics and beauty. They have makeup coming next year, which I'm really excited about. So that's another place where we put so many toxins on our body. But the thing about Rimmon that makes them so unique, I mean, obviously it's this water, this lava water, which is basically holy water, but they also use something called Byung Pool. And it is, like, the layman's term for it is tiger grass. And there's this grass that, they found that tigers would go roll in after they got in fights because this grass had this like incredible wound healing properties in it. And there's tiger grass in lots of Byung Pool, in lots of different cosmetic companies. But what is used is kind of a dried version of the original Byung Pool plant. And so it's ground up, and then it's put in these it's a big deal in cosmetics right now. What Rimmon did that is so unique and incredible, and why you get such epic results from this product. And if you go into the K-Beauty group for Rimmon, you will just see all the before and afters. I'm going to share the link to the group so you guys can check it out. It's wild. Like, it's really wild when you see people's before and afters using this product. Most people see a dramatic difference in 5 days. I had really good skin, and I've been blessed to have really good skin my whole entire life. It's something, I just feel grateful about. So it did take me a little bit longer to actually see the results, but yeah, they've been completely noticeable. But one of the things that they did, which is so cool, is that they took this water from the volcano and they grew Byung Pool, the tiger grass. with this lava water, and they created a new plant. Like it literally grew so big inside this lava water. The nutrients and the properties from this water created a whole new species of this plant called giant byungpool. And it is patented and it only belongs to this company. And they're actually using the fresh plant, not this ground up plant, in their products. So anyway, there's an incredible like lab, and there's a great video, and I'll share that in the group. But I'm obsessed with this skincare. I am so excited about it. If you are somebody that is listening to this or watching this and you've been looking for an opportunity to get involved in, there is a really unique opportunity with Remon from a business perspective in the month of December. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely reach out to me, and I'm happy to chat with you about that. But as just a person and a human, I would try this skincare line out. The reality is that you're going to know within 30 days if you love it. I think you're going to love it. So as you're placing your order for your Desert Cola Bodolab hair care, then I think you should add on the EX skincare line and try that as well, because it's amazing. So that's my Remon spiel, which I'm super excited to share. Now, if you're a person that is just like, I don't have the investment, I don't have the money, I can't invest in an entire skincare system and line. Just FYI, that line that that experience that I just told you about is about $360 US, and it's going to last you anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, the products in there. Okay. So it's a little, it's a little more than a month that you get, up to 2 months on some of the products for $360. But if you're like, I can't afford that, that's too much. The other products that I absolutely love that I think everyone can afford, because I'm pretty sure it's like $24, and this is in my Amazon shop. I love this serum. It's called Beauty Glow. It's frankincense infused face oil, frankincense resin infused face oil. It's made with black seed, castor oil, jojoba, and frankincense resin. Again, in my Amazon shop. And this is something that like I just throw on my face also sometimes if I'm like running out somewhere and I need to feel hydrated. But if you wanted to go, if you were like, I can't afford a whole skincare system, get yourself some Norwex cloths and this Beauty Glow serum, because I absolutely love it. And again, the Norwex cloths and the Beauty Glow system are in my shop. So one other thing that I do to my face that I wanted to show you, obviously I talked to you guys about the Cryo Gouache tools at the beginning of the call. I do Gouache in the sauna as well, with a stainless steel one. And then I have these little cuppies that I love so much. There's a set of these. They're a set of 4. They have one that's huge, so you can actually do like legs and cellulite on legs with it, because the thing is about that big. So it's a set of 4. Do cupping on my face as well. Once I've done my skincare routine, or just when I'm bored and watching TV, sometimes I do it. I do cupping. These are also really affordable. I think they're $30. They're in my Amazon shop. I absolutely love them. And I definitely do these marionette lines that bug me on my face. This little one is really great for the upper lip. So just stimulating blood flow in the face, tightening everything up, always swiping in an upward motion. Same with Gouache. But I actually like these cups way more than I like my Gouache. I just feel like I get much better results. So these are in there. If you're listening on the podcast, you're probably like, what is going on? I'm literally cupping my face. So those are in the Amazon shop. They're awesome. That is my entire face routine. Okay. There are like some of my favorite Gouache tools also in my Amazon shop under beauty, as well as these cryo tools, those are so good for the nervous system and tightening up the face. Yes. So somebody asked a question about the Beauty Glow. It's just one serum. It's in my Amazon shop. There is a link. I will drop it actually again right now, because I think maybe some of you hopped on later. In the show notes or the video description, there will be a link to a Google document that has all the links to all the products, everything that we've talked about, and also my Amazon shop. And I just put it in the chat also of the live video. So another thing that I do want to tell you guys is that I have a infrared sauna at home, and it has been one of the most helpful things in my journey. When I first started out, I was doing sauna either dry sauna or infrared sauna about 5 days a week, and ice baths. So sauna, 20 minutes, and then a 3-minute ice bath. And about once a week, I'll do an hour long of rotations: sauna, ice bath, sauna, ice bath, sauna, ice bath. But I about 4 days a week do a 20 to 30-minute infrared sauna, which helps so much with my detoxing methylation pathways, burning fat. And then the ice bath is so incredible for reduction of white fat, production of brown fat, like really like regulating hormones, all of that. So that is something that I do. I'm incredibly grateful and blessed that I have an ice bath and a sauna at home. I also go to a gym that has it, so I have access to that all the time. The other thing that I do for my health is I lift heavy weights 4 to 5 times a week. I do hour-long beach walks about 3 to 4 times a week. I run sprints on the treadmill a couple times a week, and I do incline walks about 4 times a week on the treadmill for 30 minutes. So that's my workout routine. That's obviously also incredibly important for my mental health, my physical health, my bone density, the aging process, all of that. So that's kind of my physical routine that I do. I do body work. So I see chiropractors, I see osteos, I get massage regularly, I get deep tissue massage. I also just get regular massage. Like I do one of those things at least once a week. So from a self-care perspective, like I'm really like focusing on my health in that way as well. I do use peptides. The only thing that I'm currently using right now is DISP, which is a deep sleep peptide. Using that because I don't get good sleep at night. And that's just a struggle that's been going on for many years for me. So I am injecting a deep sleep peptide every single evening. I most recently was on a cycle of injectable peptide GHKCU, which is a copper peptide, and tesamorelin. My methylation pathways could not tolerate the tesamorelin, and I started getting really bad joint pain. So I actually discontinued that peptide, and about 25% of women actually have difficulty with that peptide. I'm not going to go too much more into peptides now. I am getting ready to start a different stack next month. I got to pick them up in the United States. I am going to go on BPC 157 and TB 500 and whatever else Dr. Rimka recommends that I do. But Dr. Rimka and I will actually be doing a full call on peptides in the Longevity Lounge in the next week. We're just looking for a date to reschedule because I wasn't feeling well the other day when we had it scheduled. So we'll be doing a whole call on peptides. We'll post that on the podcast as well, but definitely like join the Longevity Lounge group and then you can get the announcement for when that call is going to be live. And we'll go through peptides because I think that's a really important part of the aging process and like being able to actually restore the things that are not working as well in our systems and in our bodies. So glycine, as I mentioned, is a peptide. So that's a supplement peptide that I'm taking. As far as injectable peptides, we will be covering that with Dr. Rimka in the next week. All right. The next thing I want to talk to you about is brain tap, because I love this so much. And this is something that I implemented, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many months ago. But this is an absolutely incredible device, which activates the brain via light and sound and in the eyes and also in the ears. This is the Brain Tap headset, and it comes with an app that has all of these incredible meditations, for lack of a better word, but it repatterns brain waves. It helps with neuroplasticity. This is probably the number one thing that I'm doing for brain health. And I love this device so much. I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I do, but I really do. My 9-year-old, 10-year-old now, has actually been having some really bad headaches recently. And so we are beginning to use this with him as well to help alleviate those. But I love this device. So this is another thing that I'm doing for my brain health, neuroplasticity, increasing health of neurotransmitters, I guess, is basically what I would say. I am all about brain health because I think it's the thing that we don't focus the most on. And so you'll notice a theme like throughout everything that I'm doing. Brain health is really important to me in all the supplements that I'm taking. That's functionality of it. In even sauna and ice bath, like all of that stuff, it's helping with anterior mid-cingulate cortex and, other parts of brain health. So that is a big focus for me. And it's a big focus if we want to age well and we want to live a long time and we want to be vital and we want to have our mental faculties about us. It's really important that we focus on that. If you want to know more about Brain Tap, I can definitely share more there's a link. You can go to the website. They've got a $200 off deal right now. You can actually try out the app also if you just want to try the app without the headset. I wouldn't do that personally because I think the headset is really where the pure magic is there. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this device. It's an investment, but it's an investment. Your whole entire family can use this device. And this is really like the next level neuro protection biohacking device. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. So again, link in the Google document. You can watch videos, you can, read about it, research. If you've got questions about that, definitely reach out to me and I can answer them and walk you through how I've been using it. Okay. And last, but certainly not least, I want to talk about LifeWave. Love these patches so much, you guys. So I had to stop my peptide protocol because of my neural pathways, not my neural pathways, my methylation pathways. And I had heard about and been wanting to try LifeWave. It's actually this little patch that I've got on right here. I'm wearing X49 here. I'd been hearing about LifeWave for months and months. And I'd been wanting to try it for some health issues that a lot of my health stuff, but also some health issues that my husband was having. And the only thing I regret about starting these patches is that I didn't start them sooner when I originally got the hit that I needed to try them. So LifeWave is super interesting. Just as a company and as a product, I would refer to this as a biohacking device, basically. It is a consumable wearable patch. And the patch is, it's incredibly thin, as you can see. It has an adhesive and a fabric inside and an adhesive. I'm actually going to put this one on because I was supposed to do it earlier and I didn't. So these patches have a really interesting history. They were originally created by a man named David Schmidt for the Navy SEALs as part of a defense contract. The Navy SEALs were looking for a non-transdermal, non-chemical solution for Navy SEALs to be able to be in submarines for 36 hours on 36-hour shifts using their own body energy, not taking stimulants and supplements, because they needed to have a very short amount of rest and recovery time before they went back into a 36-hour shift. And so he created the Energy Enhancer patch, which is still available now today as part of that defense contract. And he had defense contracts for quite a while until, in fact, 9/11, at which time they redirected a lot of defense money towards trying to go and find out who bombed the World Trade Center, and he lost his defense contract. But a couple of the Navy SEALs at that point actually went and introduced him to a man named Richard. Okay, can you guys see me? Am I bad? If someone can comment, that would be awesome. I don't know what just happened. Let me see if we're still live in the group. Okay, I think we're still live. Nobody's commenting. I'm back. Okay, awesome. So weird. I'm hardwired into my Wi-Fi instead of on or into my modem instead of on Wi-Fi. Okay, where was I? Richard Quick. So a couple of the Navy SEALs actually introduced him to a man named Richard Quick. And if you were a swim mom like me, you probably know who he is. And if you weren't, you probably have no idea who that is. He was the head swim coach at Stanford, and he's best known for having the sheer number of Olympic swimmers, being the coach of the Olympic teams and Olympic swimmers. And so he was introduced to LifeWave and Richard Schmidt a few weeks prior to the Olympic trials. And he put the patches on his swimmers, and six of eight of them beat their best times in Olympic trials wearing the patches. And so at that point, David Schmidt actually incorporated and created the LifeWave company. That was 24 years ago. So these patches have been around for a really long time. He has gone on to get multiple patents. I think there's over 50 patents in total on all the different patches. And he is just a powerhouse in the health and longevity space. He set out to create patches that actually not only helped with anti-aging, but that facilitated reverse aging. And this is really the thing that caught my eye about LifeWave, because while, yes, I'm interested in preventing aging and doing everything I can to eliminate oxidative stress and environmental stress and internal stress and regulate my nervous system, I also am very, very interested in the reverse aging process. I mentioned the David Asprey book. You definitely should check that out. This is what the LifeWave patches, particularly his super patches, the X39 and the X49, have been proven through extensive clinical research to do. They reverse age you. This is not anti-aging technology. This is reverse aging technology. So one of the things that I found so fascinating about these patches is the super patches. So he had several patches that he went on to develop. He started activating peptides in the body using these patches. And, I think the thing to understand about LifeWave patches is they're non-transdermal. Okay. So they're phototherapy. They activate light in your body. They are not putting something into your system. So as we know, we're beings of light. You can see that in, if they do thermal imaging of human beings from space, you can see the light. That's how they identify if there are human beings there. They're identifying the infrared light in the body. So what these patches essentially do is they have a crystalline lattice structure in the fabric of the patch that carries a message. And the message that's in there, the code that's imprinted in there, this is science, right? This is not woo-woo. This is not made up. There are patents. Like it's a technology. That message, then the light from your body comes into the patch and it reflects back and sends the message into the body, triggering the body to create more of its own, whatever the peptide is, whatever the functioning of whatever body system it is. And so there are several patches. Like I wear a glutathione patch, which is incredibly helpful for me with my methylation pathways. So it increases glutathione production in the body. There's the carnosine patch, which does a lot for like heart and eye health. There's a lot of patches, okay? But I'm gonna focus today on X39 and X49. And if you are having a lot of health issues and concerns, and this is something that you're interested in, reach out to me one-on-one. Because what I would love to do is actually just have a call with you, have a conversation. You tell me all the health stuff that you're going on, and I can actually recommend patches that I feel like would be most beneficial for you. I believe every single person on this planet should be on the X39 patch. So I'm going to focus a little bit on these super patches and talk to you about these. And then if you're interested in more information, then you can reach out to me and we can have a conversation and I can actually direct you to what patches I feel like will be best. But so as I mentioned to you, I was injecting GHK-Cu. I was partially doing that because of my hair loss also, you guys, like skin, hair, rejuvenation, cellular regeneration. I knew that GHK-Cu was responsible for activating stem cells in the body. Did you know that by the time you're 30, you have lost 50% of the stem cells in your body? They've gone dormant, okay? They're not gone, but they've gone dormant. By the time you're 60, 90% of the stem cells in your body have gone dormant. Stem cells are what are responsible for cell turnover, right? And for staying young and for staying vital. Very vital components. These very vital cells are going dormant. What's happening? Well, we're aging. We're losing tissue. We're not regenerating. Our mitochondrial DNA is not functioning properly. And so as a result, we're not producing as much ATP in our cells. So all of this has to do with GHK-Cu production in the body. So I was injecting GHK-Cu because I wanted all of these benefits. Well, guess what this patch does? This super patch messages the body and tells the body to create more GHK-Cu in the body. And what did we say the G stands for? Glycine. So this patch has over 12 patents. There are over 90 independent double-blind clinical studies done on this patch, and there are proven results. One of which is that if you wear this patch for 6 months, it reverses your heart in age by 8 years. How wild is that? We're talking about reverse aging here. That's what these patches are doing. So I have been wearing 6 or 7 weeks, X39, X49, and then a couple weeks ago, I added in some other patches, carnosine, glutathione, and Aeon. But I have been wearing X39 and X49 every single day, and X49 activates another copper peptide in the body called AHK-Cu, which is alanine, which is also great for hair growth, by the way, skin regeneration, eye health, There is an incredible website called This Is It Info. We will link it in the show. This Is It Info, that gives you all the rundown on these patches. There's interviews with medical doctors. You can look at the patents. You can read about the science. There's a whole page of testimonials. These are my powerhouses in reverse aging, and I'm so incredibly grateful that I was introduced to these, that I found these. And I really, like I said, I just think everyone should be on X39. There's so many incredible testimonials, people that, and essentially what these are doing is actually triggering your body to heal itself, reactivating systems that have gone dormant. It is reactivating peptides, compounds, systems, structures in the body that as we age have simply turned off, or we're not producing as much of, or are not as active in our system. It's incredible technology, and it's a wearable patch. You put it on for 12 hours. You don't have to take a supplement. It's like you put it on, keep it on for 12 hours, and then you take it off. So I'm really excited about these. And I did an interview with Diane McDaniel here in the group, and you can definitely check that out because we talked more about these and what they do and the business model around it and the opportunity. But again, it's just one of those things that if you're serious about anti-aging, you should be wearing these patches. And I think that's it. Wow, an hour and 45 minutes of me talking about all the things that I'm doing for my health. That was a lot. So thank you for listening. If you made it this far, if you were live this long, if you listened to the podcast this long, if you watched the video this long, I guess I just want to say that that was a lot. And I'm sure that I'm forgetting things that I'm doing, but I'm always here if you want to have a conversation. I'm always here if you want to chat. I'm really committed to helping people reclaim their health. It's been an incredible gift for me over the last 12 months to be able to do it for myself. And it's a continual journey that I'm on. And I'm just really here to help others do the same. So with that, we will end the podcast portion of this. And so until next time, thanks for being here, and definitely check out and join the Longevity Lounge group on Facebook for more of all of this goodness. I do want to open up for any questions for anybody that's watching live. So if you've got a question about anything that we talked about or anything that we didn't talk about, you can go ahead and put that in the chat. I've got about 15 minutes that I can be available for questions. There's a question here from Janice actually that I think is good. She said, since you've been on the LifeWave and Remon Skincare for about the same time, how do you know the improvement in the skin is due to Remon and not the LifeWave patch? So because the patch takes longer to work is, I think, probably just the most cut and dry answer. So what the patch is actually doing is going into the body and reactivating the stem cells, right? So there is a little bit of a kind of a timeline that happens with wearing the patches. So within the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset in your body. And actually, one of the things that you start to experience is thermogenesis, I guess I would say. I got incredibly hot, and the people that I know that take it become incredibly hot. So then within 6 weeks, the brain starts to balance out. So I'm right at that point right now where the brain balancing is happening. Within 3 months of being on the patches, your collagen is starting to be increased. And then within 6 months, the heart reverses in age. So, yeah, it's all amazing. It's all really amazing. And it's great to do it all together. And I'm definitely try it all and do it all and throw the kitchen sink at it. But what I would say is that the patches are going to take longer to work because they're actually reactivating the body. So the topical skin change is from Remon. And the internal changes that are happening that I will likely begin to see in about probably 8 weeks from now, I'll probably start to notice a difference in the collagen production of my skin. So that's the answer for that. Cheryl, I was late because I was on the Gold Zoom. Where's the info on the patches? There is a link, a Google document link, which I will share with you again here in the chat. And I also share it in the group. All the information's on there. But again, with the patches, I really highly recommend that you reach out to me and I can make some suggestions for which patches you should be using, right? Just based on what health issues and health conditions are. Best skincare patch and hair growth patch. Okay, so X39 is definitely because it's activating stem cells, right? So it is activating that regeneration. So you want to for sure be on X39. X49 is the alanine compound it's the copper alanine copper compound. Alanine is actually responsible for hair growth and skin turnover. These two for sure. And then Alaveda. So Alaveda is the actual patch that David Schmidt created for beauty, for skincare, for collagen production, for all of that stuff. So these two plus Alaveda, those are the ones that I would be doing for hair growth, skin, beauty, all of that. But the beauty of these patches are you're going to be getting so many incredible benefits. Something else that's so cool about these two patches together, X39, X49, they act as an EMF blocker. When you wear these two together, they are blocking harmful radiation. So that is just a new benefit that they've been recently studying and researching, and that's really cool to me. So I'm super excited about that as well. Any other questions?
Yes.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay, well, if you don't have any other questions, then have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day, morning, evening, depending on what time it is, where you are in the world as you're watching this call live with me or you're catching the replay. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to all my words. And yeah, if you've got any questions about any of this stuff, reach out to me in Messenger or in Instagram. Again, I'm at House of Health on Instagram and Leah Steele Official on Facebook. And I'm happy to guide you through the process. What have I noticed with Brain Tap? Really, it's just about ability to focus, mental clarity, cognition. It really helps with my migraines and my headaches when I'm using it regularly. Focus. But the other thing that's really cool about Brain Tap is it's programming. So there's like a whole, for example, for those of you that are social sellers, there's a whole Brain Tap series on social selling. So there's 16 video or audios that you can go through that are programming you to be a top social seller. Or there's sales ones, there's relaxation ones, there's nervous system regulation ones, there's relationship ones, there's Christian meditations. Yeah. So there's tons of programs that I love in Brain Tap. I'm always like constantly in there exploring. There are sleep programs. There are energy programs. If you're feeling your energy's feeling low during the day, you can go do. And the programs are typically about 20 minutes. There's some shorter ones also, like between 10 and 20 minutes are the program lengths. So it's not like a huge time commitment either, which is nice. I actually love to, I didn't show you my LED red light face mask, but I have a LED red light face mask and I like to put my red light face mask on and then do my Brain Tap. So I've got my red light going into my face for collagen production and I just look like a lit up Christmas tree. Yeah, Janice, for you, I would absolutely start. The three that I would get are Aeon, which I can tell you about in private message, X39 and X49. So those are the three that I would start with. Aeon is a patch that manages inflammation. So I really just think everyone needs to be on this patch. It's amazing. These are the three that I would start with. You will do a week on X39 alone, then we will add in X49 for probably 3 days, and then you'll start with Aeon in the evenings. So I have a whole like little protocol that I suggest to people, but those are the three patches that absolutely I would start with these three patches. Any other questions? Still got 6 minutes. You can still get some questions in. Seems like GLP-1 is a hot topic. Do you study it or think it's good or bad? Yes, I'm actually super happy to answer that question. My 12 o'clock just canceled, so now I don't have to rush off or anything. So yeah, look, what I would say about GLP-1 from a pharmaceutical perspective is what Big Pharma is doing is criminal. The way that they are dosing is harming people. And the way that doctors are prescribing and not also like educating and telling people how important it is that they're actually lifting heavy weights while they're supplementing GLP-1 is what's causing these Ozempic faces and this loss of muscle tissue. And they're just, the doses are way too high. So GLP-1s have been used for decades, okay, by compounding pharmacies, naturopaths, and functional medicine doctors. GLP-1s in and of themselves are actually amazing, and they're amazing for women in perimenopause and menopause. In fact, like one of the peptides that I'm going to begin microdosing in January, and again, I'm just, because it's so expensive to get the peptides here, I'm waiting till I get to the United States to buy my next peptide stack. I'm going to actually begin microdosing GLP-1. It is so incredible for insulin resistance, like all of the stuff that we deal with when it comes to perimenopause. GLP-1s are amazing for that. So microdosing, right? Like it's a totally different thing than injecting yourself with high doses of GLP-1, which is what the pharmaceutical companies are doing. So yeah, and then I guess the other thing that I would say is to be very careful with the companies that are claiming that they have natural GLP-1 supplements. You're just not going to get the dose or level of GLP-1 that you need to do anything in that format. And so I think there's a lot of people that are going to be trying to jump on this bandwagon, especially from a supplement perspective. And just remember that supplements aren't regulated, right? Like people can basically say something does anything from that perspective. So yeah, and we will, in the call with Dr. Rimka, we will talk about microdosing GLP-1s from a peptide perspective. So if you're interested in more information on that, definitely check that out. They are not bad. It is how the pharmaceutical companies are managing, prescribing, and executing use of it that is not good for people. Everything else they do. But Janice, yeah, just send me a message if you want to know more about that Aeon patch. I won't remember. So just anybody that has questions on any of this stuff, send me a message. Any other questions? That was a good one. It was a lot to take in, I know. So, again, it's why, like, if you've got questions about your own personal situation that you're going through, your own personal health concerns, like I'm happy to just talk it all through with you. Yes, allulose does actually increase GLP-1, but again, like the amount of it that you have to get to the doses that you need to create the results that people are creating are so incredibly high, like you couldn't take enough allulose. But it's a great, allulose is another, like glycine, another peptide that is amazing. And it's also sweet. So you can also use it as a sugar substitute. It's incredible. And so like this, it's like, I'm not getting the benefits. So let's just put it this way. When I inject GHKCU or I wear this LifeWave patch, I'm getting a much greater benefit than I am from taking this glycine supplement, right? But this glycine supplement is amazing on top of these other things, but I'm not going to get the results from the patches or the injections that I get from just taking this alone, if that makes sense. Same with allulose, right? So yes, you will stimulate GLP-1 production in your body, but you're not going to get the level of benefits you would get from microdosing a GLP-1 agonist or taking one of the pharmaceutical versions, but I can't recommend that in good conscience that you would do that. I think that microdosing is much more effective. And I'm really hopeful that with RFKJ appointment, that compounding pharmacies will begin to be able to use some of the most popular GLP-1s, because what the pharmaceutical companies have done is actually come in and made it so that the compounding pharmacies, functional medicine doctors actually can't prescribe and compound tirzepatide and semaglutide and some of the other really popular GLP-1s, which is just the corruption of big pharma, basically. But there are some other ones, like retatrutide is a really good one you can still get from the compounding pharmacies. GLP-1, that's probably the one I'm actually gonna work with Stephanie to decide for sure, but that's probably the one that I'm gonna microdose. It's called retatrutide. Any other questions? All right, well, I hope this was highly valuable. And I'm here to answer any questions. And that's it. Love you guys. 2 hours of me talking. Oh my gosh, I need to go rest my mouth. Bye guys.